Now, as many of you might already know, there are three new vehicles that NIO has not started delivering their 2024 models, and those vehicles or models are the ET7, ET5, and the ES7. NIO has not started delivering, ladies and gents, the latest 2024 models, which is something that, of course, especially with the ET5, I think this is not that, or it was not good news, or it's not good news rather, to know that NIO has not started delivering this model, because this is one of the models that, in terms of sales, they really get some pretty good sales. These vehicles or this model, usually it's the top three best-selling model. The ET5 is the top three best-selling car of NIO. So actually they usually swap with the ET5 Touring. Sometime in other months it is the second best-selling, and whilst the other months it is the third best-selling. So for us to know that NIO had not started delivering this model, it was not that good. And yeah, with the ET7 we know that sales of the ET7, they were not really doing that well, so the impact was not that much. Same with the ES7, but with the ET7 it looks like NIO is really doing some serious upgrades into this car. It looks like NIO, they are also going for the physical things of this car, like some of the things that we have seen, or sneak peeks of some of the things they are upgrading physically is, of course, the screens at the back of the front seats, which is something that, of course, it's something that is pretty exciting, and I suppose it will excite those that could see, especially when we see the capabilities of what those screens could do and whatnot. I think it will attract consumers to want to come and buy, of course, that model. But with the ET5, like I said, this is the model that usually push well in terms of sales. And today, ladies and gents, out of all these three models, we got to see the updated wait times, and I must say I'm excited, because though the ET7 still is not yet known as to when will it be delivered, the ES7, ladies and gents, is now expected to start with the deliveries, or the 2024 ES7 will start with the deliveries around 6 to 7 weeks from the previously 7 to 8 weeks, whilst the ET5, ladies and gents, very important, it is now expected to be delivered somewhere between 4 to 5 weeks, and this was the same as the ES7. The previous waiting period was 7 to 8 weeks, which is something that was not good. And to get to see the waiting times for this model is 4 to 5 weeks, I suppose it's pretty good, because now we are going to get to see the 2024 ET5 model being factored in probably from the next month going forward, which is something that is pretty exciting. So I look forward to the kind of sales that we'll be getting for the 2024 models starting from next month. You will know that all the models, all the 2024 NIO models, price wise, they are remaining the same as last year, which is something that is pretty exciting. Now, other news that we just received, ladies and gents, it appears that the CEO issued a statement of saying that the users that have subscribed to BUZZ, they will start enjoying the benefit of the 150 kilowatts long distance battery by the end of April. So end of April, we are going to start to see the users being able to access that long range battery, 150 kilowatts. So last week, you will know that we read that the mass production of these batteries had commenced, which is something that to know that end of April they will be, of course, deploying it to the battery swapping station. It will therefore mean that the consumers will be able to get their hands, or to be able to swap and get this 150 kilowatts battery fitted in their NIO existing car. So I'm very excited, and I think this, once again, it is a good encouragement to those NIO users that have not subscribed to BUZZ to consider doing that, because it comes with the benefits of you swapping, upgrading, or downgrading the batteries whenever you want, which is something that is pretty exciting. I know that there are some people that want, of course, to own the batteries in their car, which is why NIO introduced like the battery buyout plan that we read a couple of weeks ago, which you can still, NIO gives you an option. It does not mean that if you want to buy, NIO won't be able to sell you a battery, but once you start with BUZZ, at least NIO is saying that you should finish at least a year before you can start buying. But otherwise, you can just buy the car with the battery from the first, or from the word go. But the flexibility that we are seeing NIO offering to consumers, I think I really like, because it caters for almost everyone. If you feel like you want to try out BUZZ, You can do that for a year, and if it's not for you after a year, you can then buy the battery in your car, or you can decide to buy the battery in your car. And these are the kind of things that I believe they will continue attracting more people into coming into NIO, because of the flexibility, the convenience that NIO gives to those that buy their cars. Now, more good news we received just now is, of course, NIO, apparently they've officially launched the Nomi GPT, which, ladies and gents, it is now Nomi can be able to give you personalized messages, weathers, and all those kind of things. And it can also, the Nomi GPT can also knows everything about the car that you are driving. So it will tell you about your car. Some of the things that you don't understand, you are able to interact with Nomi, and she should be able to respond. This, I think, it's a good experience to the users, because you don't have to call NIO when you don't understand something, but you can just have a conversation with Nomi, and Nomi gives you a response on whatever question that you might have about the NIO car, especially to the new buyers that might not know maybe some of the features, or that might not know some of the things they see on the dash. They can always ask the Nomi GPT, and Nomi will respond, which is something that is pretty exciting. So it is making, once again, the interaction between the user and the car much better, which is something that I suppose it's a good thing that will or might attract consumers wanting to come and buy NIO. Because I mean, imagine you are having a conversation with just your car, asking it about the very same car, and it knows everything about the car. This is something that is truly amazing, and it can give you to start personalizing stuff based on probably the things you do, how you interact with it, which is something that I really like. I think it is a good initiative by NIO, and apparently this Nomi Chat GPT, ladies and gents, it's available on all the NT 2.0 NIO models, which is something that is pretty exciting, and it's for free. So I'm very excited about this initiative also coming from NIO, which once again, NIO, it just shows that it continues building and making sure that they remain relevant and attract, of course, consumer as much as they can to remain in the game. I mean, over and above the other things that we can talk about NIO cars are just so good. The NIO cars are beautiful. NIO cars are just out of this world, man. I mean, software wise, how it responds when you are doing stuff in the car, and just the beauty of the cars, I mean, they are quite beautiful. And these, ladies and gents, I believe it's one of the reasons why people love the NIO cars. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And not to subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Before you buy NIO for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.